Well, it's a beautiful day. Hope you all had a great Sunday. Hope you enjoyed church somewhere today. If it wasn't, I was at Pathway Church Valley Center today, and it was a great day there with so many great people. And we have something fun planned for this afternoon, and it is we are going to put the header on the combine because this week, as you can see behind me, it is turning pretty fast. We're probably within 7 to 10 days of harvest, and so we are going to go put the header on the combine, make sure everything works, and get things squared away. So come along with me. It's one of the most fun things you get to do is get everything ready. Before we do the machinery shuffle so that we can get the header out and we can get the combine out, we got to take the sprayer out and the planter out, all that stuff. We need to go check on one of our pivots. It's watering corn right now. I need to set it to stop tonight. So we'll kind of drive out there and we'll see how it's moving along. We'll take the Ranger out there. It's gonna be a little wet. Gonna be a little wet going down here. The corn is looking beautiful. You can see it's well over waist high. I would say it's a little muddy. That's why we have this machine. Well, we're out here in the middle. I'm going to turn the stop on so that it will stop when it gets to the spot tonight. Circle is just the water, and there's the pump running. See, the corn has just got a beautiful dark green color. You look right down the pivot, and it's just turning. Rotator's moving. This pump pumps about 700 gallons a minute, which everybody's like, wow, that sounds like a lot. There's a lot of water underneath the ground. People can't, it's hard to understand how much water is down there. And you know, in dry years, the water table will drop, but then in wet years, even with us pumping around here, it replenishes itself, it goes back up. So it's pretty nice, but man, the corn looks so good. All right, we're back at the barn. Time to move all the machines out of the barn. We are about ready to go get the combine. But first, we need to grease something on this header that once you put the combine on, you can get to it, but it's not fun. So if you can see right here, there's a zerk. And so, we'll grease that, just like so. All right, next stop, combine. We'll bring it on over here and put the header on. So yesterday, Ethan actually put the grain cart on. My dad and we got it all on. And this is it's like a wagon with an auger on it, if you're not familiar with it. And it makes it so you don't have to stop cutting. It'll drive up underneath the combine and you can unload and keep cutting after you get a bin full. So we got that put on. We haven't worked on the truck yet. This is our semi, just a single axle tractor on a tandem axle trailer. It works great for what we do with it. And so we're getting the harvest equipment out there ready to roll. We'll let the combine boot up just a little bit here and warm up. I think we're going to do a big shuffle here in the barn as well, so that I can pull the 30-foot header. It's really wide, and I do leave it on. Some people take their headers off all the time. I've kind of found the last couple years, even with a 30-foot head, I can get to all of our fields. It's pretty tight sometimes, but most of the time I'll leave the header on the combine. It just takes one less guy to move fields then, because you don't have to have somebody in a pickup drive pulling a header trailer. And that is on. Now we gotta hook some stuff up. First shot. It's pretty good for me. Normally it takes 2 or 3 shots, but first one right in there and semi one-handed. That's pretty impressive. So if you've ever tried to get on one of these, they are a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing. All right, so we've got it on now. Got the header on now. We got to hook a bunch of hydraulics up and some drive lines, do some greasing, and I think I've got, see these little knife cutters here? They feel pretty good. I've got one of these guards that wouldn't have to be changed, but I think I'm gonna change it. If you look at that, you can see one is not like the others. So I need to do that. Try and make sure the belt tension on the header is tight. These are called draper headers because it uses this draper canvas instead of an auger. They're beautiful. They're awesome headers. Okay, this is our 1-point, single point connector here. And I always spray it good with, clean it out with electric contact cleaner before I hook the single point on. And then And this is the single point. And so I'm gonna clean it off and then we'll hook it up. Okay, got these wires hooked up, this single point. I think I'll go ahead and hook this drive shaft that goes right here. And then we're all hooked up. Got a bunch of things to check and grease, like this thing. This is the tensioner to tighten the belt. So we'll have to make sure we got enough tension on the belts. But really, wheat is pretty easy to cut, so somebody didn't blow their header out real good. That was me. No need to blow it out now, though. So we'll get, we'll get it, should get it all hooked up. It worked when we put it away. And I can tell that the hydraulic oil's okay. I think all we really need to do is grease it, and it should be ready to go. And we are connected. It's kind of a nice year this year. The combine was completely gone through, so it doesn't need greased or anything. It is just ready to roll. All right, we're gonna turn it on and see. We got everything hooked up. I've got a few things to grease, but I'm gonna turn it a little bit first to make sure it works, and then we'll see if everything's hooked up right. Sometimes you forget how to hook stuff up. This thing's pretty straightforward though. So let's get the separator on. Okay. I didn't hear anything. You always worry about the mechanic leaving wrenches in or something. And the header is a swinging. Give her half speed. And we'll give it full speed. And everything's working. Magnificent. There we go. When everything works and there's no banging noises, everything seems pretty smooth. Be good to go. So just need to adjust a few things, but other than that, the header's on. We'll move stuff around and we'll just be waiting to harvest. So I'm gonna grease this thing. We got the combine back on, and we're probably gonna have to start irrigating tomorrow, probably after I get off of work, maybe late in the day or even first thing Tuesday morning real early. We might have to start up some more irrigation on the corn. The flood irrigation, which I've talked about that's that white expandable pipe. We actually rolled it out. I was gonna video some of it, but it looked like I was gonna stand around too much, and people, sometimes we're doing stuff you can't video because you have to work. And so you have to work. This is what we call poly pipe. It's a collapsible, and so we'll put water through this, and each of these has this furrow down it. You've watched us plant on them, and we'll run water down those rows. We'll probably start that in the next few days if it doesn't rain, just to keep sure the corn's wet. So there's combine all set up. I'm gonna grease a few zerks on it, get it ready to go, but other than that, in about a week, we'll be cutting wheat. Look forward to taking you along to that for that. This is probably a shorter video, but man, it's gonna get really fun really quick. And I love getting the combine out, love getting the header on. It makes harvest feel real. And I hope that you'll like, share, and subscribe as we kind of continue on the farming journey this year. It's been really fun to make these videos. It's been fun to talk to people about these videos, about farming, and just about really farming is a spiritual pursuit, I believe. And it's going to be a really fun time to get out there and cut some wheat here in about a week. Hope you're having a great day, enjoying this beautiful weather. We'll see you next time.